Hello everyone, Tom Ellis with the Biz Doc, and this is the end of the year list time, and I've got a list for you, but it's through my eyes. Thank you for your request. Many people were asking for this. Who are the top 10 CEOs in your eyes? What do you think? I'll tell you, these are my top 10. You may not agree with them. I'm not just doing market cap. I'm not just doing stock market. I'm not just doing growth. I think these were the top CEOs for a lot of very good reasons. And we're going to go number 10 up because number 10 for me is really a number one. And I'm going to put the number 10 CEO of 2024 is the American entrepreneur. People who own and operate their own businesses in a year that saw some more recovery, where interest rates are going to get better, where inflation was calming down. You kept employing people. You kept building. To the American entrepreneurs and business owners that stayed at it, bravo, bravo, bravo. You are number 10, all of you on this list, because it shouldn't take $1 trillion valuation for you to be recognized. And if you're not planning for next year and take advantage of everything the president and the economy looks like it's going to be giving you, don't pass up that opportunity. Have your plan tight, be ready to go. Don't party on New Year's Eve. Sit down with your team and say, you know what? Let's work on New Year's. Let's work a day on New Year's, just honing out our plan. Have football in the background. Bring on sandwiches, but get together with them and don't be hungover. Get ready to hang points on the board against your competitors. Hats off to you. The American entrepreneur slides in at number 10. Number 9, Daniel Ek, CEO of Spotify. Wait, they were losing money. They finally made money this year. That's right. They finally made money this year, and they are proving to be a platform as big as cable was in the U.S. There were some big guys, John Malone, right? Ted Turner, building what was American cable from content to the backhaul and Liberty Sports and all the things that were part of it, pioneers that built American cable. We're seeing it now with over-the-top, different platforms, and the most influential platform for podcasts is owned by Spotify, who has Joe Rogan and many others, such as the PBD Podcast, the number one business podcast in the U.S. on Spotify. So number 9, Daniel Ek of Spotify, first year with profits after he lays off all those people, doesn't give up. And now, who's leading now? He is important on podcast platform as those giants were to cable TV. We go to number 8, Masayoshi Son of SoftBank. Now, I've had a lot of respect and admiration for him. He's been through a lot. They put a ton of money onto WeWork only to see it blow up. And he has recently come to the U.S. saying, Mr. President, President-elect Trump, I have $100 billion for AI I'm putting in, and he doesn't even have all the money. He's got to go raise it and perhaps sell or adjust some of the holdings of SoftBank. But nonetheless, the Vision Fund will ride again in the rising sun of Masayoshi Son, and he is my number 8 because he is poised to make impact, and he has put his neck on the line and laid it out just this week. But I looked at his full year as well and go, wow, he's a survivor. He's coming back. I got him at number 8. And this is my list, not yours. Number 7, Sundar Pai of Google, Alphabet. I can't believe what they've been through with the antitrust, but I keep looking up at the stock price, and they're still 3rd or 4th most valuable company at multi-trillion-dollar valuation. And so he's leading it through. He's literally leading it through the storm. Could they lose Chrome? Could they have the ad network severely impacted? Maybe both could happen. The Federal Trade Commission is an angry beast and in a bad mood, and he's out there trying to slay it like a dragon. But what he did this year in terms of going through the storm, and I don't think the federal government is altogether wrong in some of the things that Google did, like don't be evil. Yeah, it sort of is just words on a wall these days after we see the things that they've done in the past. But someone had to lead them through, and the stock didn't crash and go to nothing. It is still up there as one of the top 3, 4 most valuable companies in the world. So hats off to him. Number 6, and this is one that maybe you don't understand or won't be paying that much attention to, but you see it in the news a little bit. You hear about Peter Thiel, you hear things. Palantir Technology, Mr. Alex Karp. I've got him at number 6. He has been leading it through helping governments, businesses, organizations. They have been unlocking a lot of insights and solving complex problems. Some people say, no, it's Department of Defense, it's things going on there. Well, but he's got a strong focus on privacy. If you listen to what Alex Karp says, he talks about privacy in ways that I appreciate and like it. And he says that progress shouldn't come at the expense of being profitable. It's like, I built a social network, and for years and years, they weren't profitable until they finally had an ad. Nope. This guy is saying, I can make progress, and I don't have to grow at a loss forever. Amazon, we're looking at you, before I'm profitable. Alex Karp, great job. Number 5 comes from an old school company, but he's a guy that keeps having a tremendous impact where we live today. Jamie Dimon, CEO of JP Morgan Chase. So what's he working on? Maybe he's got to run for the Treasury. That doesn't come without him floating his interest. Maybe he's going to run for president in 2028. That doesn't happen without him gently having his proxies floated out. And he's got a succession plan in order. And he's managed to stay relevant with the U.S. Treasury and Federal Trade Commission and the banking regulators to swoop up and gobble up big chunks of banks that failed over the last 2 years, still relevant, still driving, and he's in the middle of conversations where he intends to be. Don't think he's not. And so I have Jamie Dimon at number 5. Number 4, it's been kind of an average year until you look up and you see it's the most valuable company, Tim Cook of Apple. So the next iPhone didn't blow off the shelves. It wasn't like a big replacement. Remember iPhone 8, 10, and 11? The replacement was so amazing. Everybody replaced all at once. They almost didn't have enough phones. Well, they're getting fewer of the macro responses to the replacement cycles because the phones are getting better. That's true. I still haven't bought the brand new one. But in the midst of it, you look up and there's Apple and there's Tim Cook maintaining the value. So hats off to him. Number 3, I thought long and hard about number 3. But number 3, they're quietly pioneering cloud and AI. They're quietly focused in the background, and they're quietly in this multi-trillion valuation compared to the headlines that are getting Google being in front of the federal government and with Apple going through what they're going through. But I've got number 3, Satya Nadella of Microsoft. When you take a look at the year they've had, go look at the stock price, look at what they've got, and look at what's happening with cloud services and AI. Microsoft doesn't intend to miss this one the way they missed the internet way back in 2000. Well, the internet thing's going to come and go, and completely missed the browser thing, and then had the second-rate browser for so many years. That's not happening right now. They've moved Office to the cloud, O365. They're all about cloud and all about AI, and hats off to Satya Nadella. He's my number 3. Number 2, when I say number 2, you know who number 1 is. Number 2, Jensen Huang, NVIDIA. For the last 3 years, they've been everywhere. They've been pioneering AI chips. They've also been the topic of what are all these kids doing investing on Robinhood, and all of these people that are making call options and making a lot of money on NVIDIA stock during their big run-up. And so you got to say what he's talked about. And now they've announced the Blackwell chips, which are even more powerful and even faster. So at a time where Google's trying to make waves talking about quantum computing and their magic super chip and things, you have NVIDIA, another cycle. And just when you think they can't surprise you with an earnings report, they do it again. They've had their ups and downs this year, but it's been more up than down. And you take a look at where it's going. My CEO, number 2, 2024, Jensen Huang, which means number 1, there's only one number 1. His net worth just this past week eclipsed $500 billion, $500 billion. Of course, it's Elon Musk. When he's not helping the president, he's running Tesla, which is more of a service station company than an EV company, because now he's got deals with all the rest of the car companies that make EVs. Oh, do you need to charge that? I can help you. The same way he said to Boeing, oh, dude, your guys are stuck in space. Sorry to hear that your craft may be unsafe to fly back. Hey, you know what? We're going to be in the area on Tuesday. Maybe we could swing by and pick up your guys and bring them back. How did that sound? We don't need your help. Go away. And SpaceX, rather than just bringing things back to Earth, brings them to Earth and catches them in this big metal claw on this launch station. So anything you can do, I can do better. And I'm Elon Musk, and I will do it with some flair and a little bit of pixie dust. And don't forget Starlink and Neuralink. Starlink offering to help there in North Carolina during the hurricanes, offering to help villages and cities that needed communications in Ukraine, always seeming to be there. And you look at all the things he's doing, even with a world that wants to minimize him, to pick on him, and they're trying to get him and Trump to be fighting with each other, saying, oh, Elon is really president, Trump's VP. They're not buying it. He is number one CEO of the year. That's my list for 2024. If you think I missed somebody, put a note down below. Put a comment. I read them all, and I'll respond to them. You'll see it. The real Biz Doc responds. I respond. People don't do it for me. I do it, and I read through all the comments. Yes, I do. That is the list of the top 10 CEOs as I see it for 2024. Thank you for watching. Have a safe new year. Get yourself together. And to all of you, once again, which was on my list as the American entrepreneur and anyone that runs a business in 2024, thank you for what you do. Build more jobs in 25, and let's show the government we don't need them. They need us. We're building the country, and maintain our defense, maintain our borders, please, and we'll do the rest from the inside. If you'll just give us a platform of freedom, free enterprise, capitalism, and freedom of speech, watch us roll. Have a great new year. I will see you with more in 2025.